Oh, he's running, he's running. The big bikes have given chase to that rider, although I think they're going to have a real hard time because you saw he really doesn't want to stop. Simple bus lane violation. Imagine what he's facing now. Even that Innova from a few days ago. A lot of people think that it ended with just a ticket. That's not the end.
Dadaan-daan kayo sa busway, tapos huli kayo, tatakbuhan nyo kami.
In my previous video where I showed a motorcycle running away, a lot of people commented that the enforcers should push him off or put a stick in his wheel. Firstly, they're not authorized to do that. And secondly, of course, there would be a massive outcry from the public saying, oh, you're going to risk killing a rider for a traffic violation? But I know some countries have adopted more extreme tactics now, and they're actually authorized to ram motorcycles with their car if they're running away. Typically, that's for things like snatchers, burglars, and more criminal in nature. There's some riders that thought they managed to sneak their way through. They didn't realize that the enforcer under the tunnel was radioing ahead. What's this? He's going a bit fast. I hope he slows down. I wonder. I'll guide her off to the side now. Oh, she's showing some kind of ID. I don't know what it is. They told her to pull to the side, but she just went forwards. I'm not sure what ID it was that she showed. Okay, she's now being pushed to the side. It's always like that, right? They go flying along the bus lane, and then once they see enforcers, they want to leave the bus lane. And then sometimes they'll even argue with enforcers. I wasn't in the bus lane. See that bike that suddenly left the bus lane? It's too late because the enforcer already saw it. Now, I know I told this story before, but there was a rider that argued with enforcers for a long time. I wasn't in the bus lane, but we saw you in the bus lane. You left the bus lane. Yeah, but when you caught me, I wasn't in the bus lane. It doesn't matter if you left. They already saw you there. They're looking for that rider that suddenly left the bus lane. They've got enforcers spread out, left, right, up. So they've got many viewpoints. And of course, they got their radios from Cygnus. And the reason why I mention Cygnus is because they've been so supportive of Bong and his team. They're always hooking them up with the latest and greatest radios. In fact, I want to make a video soon about the NX100 Gen 2. Absolutely fantastic radio. Amazing radio. You'll see it soon. I'll make a video about it. That's the rider, by the way, the one they were looking for. There's actually a lot more riders than what you see on my video, because those riders that simply comply and pull to the side voluntarily, a lot of the time I don't even include them. I can see a car in the background and then a bunch of MC. Of course the MC are going to leave because they can spot an enforcer from 25 kilometers away. Cars are typically a little bit slower. I guess it's also because they can't maneuver as easily as the motorcycles when it comes to leaving the bus lane. There you go. I remember there was a rider the other day, he was arguing with the enforcer for a long time, and then he spoke to Bong and he said he's going to go to the MMDA office and contest the violation. But then around an hour later I saw the video with the enforcer clearly showing him inside the bus lane. So that guy's going to be pretty surprised when he goes to the office. He actually doesn't have to go there, he can contest the violation online. And this motorcycle here was impounded because the driver can't show a license. And the team are now on the northbound in front of Mega Mall. A lot of drivers were surprised yesterday when they got caught here because they've been using this stretch of the bus lane for a long time and they weren't always captured. Again, you might see someone fly past in the southbound. They don't have enough manpower to operate north and south at the same time. So what they're operating right now is a northbound, and that's why that car is being flagged down now. Black and white plate, no markings. A lot of drivers were shouting out their windows yesterday, "Thank you, good job," to the enforcers, because they're tired of seeing people fly past them inside the bus lane. which is understandable because if you're following the rules and then just a select few people are abusing the bus lane, there's another MC taxi being flagged down there. There's too many MC taxis here. Like I mentioned earlier, the enforcers have a slightly better view because they can see the moment someone leaves the bus lane. Plus they have people staged further back, so they can also see and then radio ahead. Police, ambulance, those are permitted. But what's that behind? He was apprehended yesterday. That's exactly why the MMDA brought in heavier penalties, because it was the same drivers being apprehended day after day. They do not care about 1,000 peso penalty. But when the new penalties come into effect, of course they're going to care. They might even try and spin it right and say, oh, it's anti-poor, when really they just want to use the bus lane every day. And then they flag down this one. Looks like it might be a contractor by the looks of it. Don't tell me you're going to give them a hard time, please. Caution, radioactive material, my goodness. What I was about to say is that many people have said that if you put barriers on the bus lane, no one will abuse it anymore. Most of the bus lane has barriers, and they do help, but unfortunately, you'll still see people misusing the bus lane. I can put an example on the screen right now from a couple of days ago. So yes, they do help, but they're not completely perfect. You still need enforcement. And the reality is, most of the bus lane does have barriers. It's only on the flyovers and the tunnels that they had to be removed for safety reasons. But even if you have barriers, there are still openings so that emergency vehicles can get in and out, like ambulances, police cars, fire trucks, and such like.